what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Crease. Let me see my joining my Crease Point man, the Dead on Dave, Chicago Dead on Dave. Congratulations on 2,000 subs over at Dead on Dave. Make sure you check it out. It's at the front page of Shot from the Point YouTube channel, hockey page. There's a link there. Go Dead on Dave. Live video game streaming, old school emulator stuff. It's really, really cool. Lots of pro wrestling, a show right after Raw. There it is, Dead on Dave. Congratulations.
Thank you, good sub. But I got to be honest, I'm more excited to be up inside your crease.
Why did they name it that? I mean, they could have thought of any other stupid name that go with that.
Because men are fucking perverts.
Pervs and a half. Yeah, feminists are right. Guys are fucking creepy.
This kind of reminds me of a pussy. We'll call it a crease.
Crease. So stupid. Ryan Reaves. He's in a little hot water.
A little bit.
Mr. Ryan Reaves. I really don't think there's much to talk about. I'm not aware of I like Ryan Reaves a lot. I'm a little partial to the Enforcers, or what's left of them. I'm sure there was no deliberate intent, but it was certainly irresponsible. I heard Jeff the Huffman. What's this kid's name? Tennessee? Or how does he spell his name? Matt Tennyson, excuse me. He had his numbers to him. I know he was awkwardly touching the puck, but he had his numbers to Reaves. Yeah. Pretty much the entire time Reaves was lining him up. He's responsible. Don't believe it was intentional. Don't think he was trying to hurt people. But things are bang, bang, and guys play on the edge, and they're reckless. And the only thing is, I bet... Does he have a history, Dave? I feel like
he's got a little bit of a history.
Okay, let me hear that history.
He's got a little bit of a history. I mean, look, he's got a reputation. He's a big hitter. Mm-hmm. I feel like he lined him up. I feel there was a little bit of intent here, but not intent to kill him, because he could have broke his neck.
Oh, I'm sure intent to hit him hard.
I'm sorry,
but I'm sure intent to hit him hard. When I say intent, not intent to kill or maim.
He could have broke his neck. I mean,
I'm not.
nasty.
Yeah, but I don't think that was the point. But go ahead.
But yeah, he does have a little bit of a history here. He got he poked Kopitar really good with the back end of his stick a couple of years ago. Actually, last year, He got a pretty good fine for that, $3,000, but nothing else under that. It was the maximum fine allowed under the CBA. But there is one that is far more disconcerting, and he hurt the shit out of Matteo Peralt of Winnipeg 2 years ago, or a year ago.
Matthew Peralt. You mean Matthew Peralt, right?
Yeah, Matthew Perot, sure. Matteo.
Did I say Matteo? You and those French names.
I love Canadian names.
You haven't watched hockey long enough.
Canadian names.
Yeah, see, I got good. It took a long time, but I got good at that.
Yeah, that is Matthew. That is definitely weird fucking Canadian spelling and
Canadian spelling, French spelling, you ignoramus.
But yes, that is Matthew.
Matthew Perot. But go ahead. I know what you mean.
But yes, he hit him, and he hits him full force in the head with his stick. And it's just disgusting. So he's got a little bit of a history, but he doesn't, for being as big of a hitter as he is, and he's been in the league, 5 years?
Yeah, and he's a bit of an enforcer as well. He's one of I would consider him, Sean Thornton, John Scott, him, last enforcers in the league. I mean, he's one of those guys as well.
Here's the gift to that hit. And you can judge yourself.
You're going to send me, where are you going to send it to me?
It's right in Skype.
All right, let me take a look at the Skype. This is the...
GIF of it.
This is the one that you were speaking about earlier.
On Matteo.
Actually, Skype's giving me a hard time as far as opening that wing, and I'm not screwing around with it. So I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Something tells me he'll get 3 to 5.
He'll probably get 3 to 5. He might deserve 10.
I've been talking. This is not. Well, he's not going to get. He's going to get 7 at the most. I mean, they're not going to give him 10. He may deserve 20. They'll give him 7. I wouldn't care if they gave him 10 either. It's just that I know I keep dragging this up, and this is well before the John Scott All-Star thing. Every time one of these suspensions happens, all I can think about is the Louis Anderson hit on John Scott, and how the media overreaction, and Mike Milbury basically calling him a horrible human being, and and the fact that Brendan Shanahan, in their suspension video that they put up on NHL.com, they used the fact that he had never been suspended before for hitting as a justification for giving him the max. And then I see stuff like this. because Ryan Reaves isn't really under the because a lot of people forget John Scott was under the media crosshair up until about 3 weeks ago. Crosshairs. We brought this up a few times last year. They do not like him. It's one of the reasons I don't buy Wyshynski's. This was never about. This is just all in good fun. Never bought it. Never bought it. Not for a second. No. Well, I mean, he didn't edit the knuckle dragger comment out of Ryan Lampert's article the year the Louis Anderson hit happened. Why am I to believe? Because he is the editor, is he not?
Yeah, I believe he is.
Yes. So he didn't edit that out. So why am I to believe this is all in good fun? No, it wasn't.
There's no reason to.
So I think
there's no secret that there's an agenda at Puck Daddy to get rid of the enforcer, get rid of fighting, get rid of anything of that nature. There's no question.
But I guess focusing on him is what bothered me, and that's why the All-Star game was such a payoff, and that's why it bothers me. So I expect Reaves to get 5 tops. I don't think he'll get the full 7. I don't think. When was the Matthew Perot hit?
That was last year. They both happened. Both of his other incidents happened last year. One in April and one in. It was 2 separate seasons. One in April of the season prior, and then November of this year. So this is a second offense this year.
Okay. Second offense this year. What was it? How many games did he get the first?
I did not see. I only saw the hit. The story was very uninformative.
I could sum it up right now. Yeah. Well, I'm not. I don't blame you because I got. Well, apparently I don't, because I had this called up. I hate the NHL. The taskbar that runs through our ticker. I can click on the ticker and call up one of those stories every time. Not anymore. Not since they changed it. All I got is this is from NHL.com. It's official press release for the NHL. St. Louis Blues forward Ryan Reaves will have a hearing with the NHL Department of Player Safety on Wednesday for an incident with the San Jose Sharks defenseman Matt Tennyson. During a game on Scottsdale Center. The incident occurred at 8:37 in the first period. Reaves was assessed a 5-minute major for boarding, game misconduct. Tennyson left the game, did not return. San Jose won 6-3. That's it. Yeah. There's your press relief. So I mean, I expect Reaves to. I don't hate him. It's just, I guess it confuses me sometimes on who they're going to decide to vilify and who they're going to decide to let go. You know what I mean?
It's like who's going to get the slap and who's going to get the book.
You never quite know, and it always bothers me. And you look at the Patrick Kane situation, and you look at the Evander Kane situation, handled quite differently by the media. So I think that's all I got to say.
To be fair, different stories, but different times of the season. But yes, handled differently.
Yeah, handled differently. Yeah.
Nonetheless, handled differently.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt about it. Let's say hello to the chat. Roy Saron in Washington, D.C. Jean-Sébastien Delhomme.
That's all kinds of French.
Congratulations, Dave, he says. Fight, which I'm now saying correct, not Viet. Fight. Gastal. Sup, fuckers. One of our German fans. Rick Bad Boy, nice to see you again. Nice to see all you guys. 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. Call in with your hockey stuff. If not, getting the fuck off. And if you screw it up, I'm going to yell at you. Screw this TPC.
Now you're giving them incentive.
I don't care.
Because who doesn't want to get yelled at by Tommy C?
Hey, I love K. Sosa. He's a good guy, and Malay even worked with him before. Said he's a very knowledgeable fan. He's been a real fan of this show, real supportive. I go through this whole thing yesterday about calling in. Nobody calls, which is fine.
Yeah.
Right? And I get a message as the song is ending, right? As I'm about ready to click the broadcast button.
Best.
Can I call in now?
You mind?
Yeah, all right. I think they're getting the point. Zarabinski, don't screw this up. I'm going to yell at you. What's on your mind?
I came to get yelled at.
I don't know. I'm not mad right now. What do you got?
I don't know. I'm going to the Wild game tonight, so
Who are they playing tonight? Let's see.
The Islanders.
The Islanders. Not an easy task. Very good team. They're coming to Minnesota. Really hot right now.
So it's coming off that monkey stomping they gave to Chicago.
Oh, gosh. Gosh.
Outdoor games, though, it's hard to judge.
Yeah, I think.
So now that we have all these defense, sorry.
Oh no. Go ahead. You say what you're saying. See, I'm never doing that again.
Now that we have all these defensemen out with injury, and we have
I realize there's a delay, but there's not that long of a delay. Start again.
Right?
Start again, buddy.
hello. What's going on?
Listen carefully. You can actually hear Tommy's ulcer growing.
Oh my God! One more time, buddy. Go ahead.
So now that all these players are out and Zucker is out, I'm just worried that the Wild might not play as good. And I was also wondering, since the trade deadline's coming out, do you think they'll get a goal scorer?
I'm not really familiar with the Wild's financial situation. I probably could tell you who I think they should go for, because a goal scorer would be nice. Actually, it'd be nice if Zach Parise started playing like Zach Parise. And I think that's I think that's, you got your defenseman. I don't necessarily believe your problems are over. I think there's always this sort of natural reaction when a coach is fired for the players sort of take a certain amount of responsibility for this whole thing, and they get kind of pumped out. I really wonder if the Wild will find themselves, after this sort of wears off, after the Mike Yeo thing wears off, that this kind of cools off and they just miss the playoffs. You think I'm wrong, Dave? I mean, I'm not super high in the Wild. I know they're turning things around now, and I hope they do. But yeah. I think this is just a shock to the system over the Yeo thing. You think? How do you feel, Dave?
The interesting thing is when he was just talking about making a move, Minnesota. I'm like writing him off in my head. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? They're sellers. They can't be buying. Until I looked at the numbers here, they're 2 points out of a playoff spot.
Yes, there's only 2 points.
They're 2 points out of a playoff spot. They are playing really, really well the last 4 games. But even with a winning streak of 4 games, in their last 10, they're still 4-5-1. So the sample size is far too small to is the ship righting? It very well could be, but I think you're 100% right. When a coaching change like that happens, things get shaken up. Sometimes players will go on these hot streaks. Sometimes they're sustainable. Sometimes there's not. You can't afford any more injuries. I'll tell you that.
No, that's
I'll tell you that.
true.
It's going to be interesting to see what Minnesota does. But right now, the Central Division, like everybody's kind of playing down a little bit. So Minnesota's able to get a little bit of momentum going. But you can't assume that everybody ahead of them is going to continue playing kind of horse shittily. So I think this is going to be short-lived for Minnesota.
Yeah, 15 goals, 30 assists.
And another thing is we have
ahead.
a pretty good defense. So Matt Dumba, he's been playing pretty good lately, but we don't really like him. So I think we could possibly trade him.
Why don't you like him? Because I just did drop him today because I needed to make moves in fantasy. But he's been actually pretty good for me in fantasy.
He's good. He's good. He's pretty good. But, he's terrible sometimes on defense. Like, he just gives up the puck randomly.
Okay.
It's just not good.
Here's a guy that I think there's 3 guys that are available more than likely. Kyle Oposo of the Islanders, so you take a good look at him tonight when you're playing. Louis Anderson of the Boston Bruins, a streaky goal scorer. How would you like to have Eric Stahl? I think the only question is, what do they have to give up for him?
Wait, is he
What's that? Go ahead.
Wait, we already have a Stoll. I forgot his first name, but we have a Stoll right now.
You have a Stoll, not a Stahl. Stahl. Eric Stahl, Carolina
Stahl?
Hurricanes.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I think he's got a no trade clause, but I mean things have not worked out well for him in Carolina. No. It might be a good move. So I think those are the guys that are available.
Stahl seems to be the high end. The other 2 guys that people are talking about is Ladd and Bodecker.
Yeah. Well, I guess Ladd would be up there as well. But Ladd's probably available because look, they decided to give the money to Bufflin. They probably can't give the money to both Bufflin and Ladd. I don't see the Jets re-signing him. There's probably a really good chance that he's getting moved. So
I got a feeling Ladd's winding back up in Chicago. That's the big rumor I'm hearing quite a bit. It makes sense for him to go back home. So I don't know. We'll see.
You thinking? Don't you guys have enough?
So do you guys know who Mike Riley is, right?
No. Who do you talk about? Mike
Riley? He just came on the Wild this year. He drafted, I think. So he played for the Gophers.
Okay.
And the Blackhawks really wanted him, so they brought him all over and gave him the treatment. And then he all of a sudden he picked the Wild over the Blackhawks.
Well, there you go. All right, man. I hope he covered it all. Thanks for your call, bud.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for your call, big man. I do appreciate it. Make sure you call 718-395-7660. I'll make this a call show. I don't care, but I'm not staying on too long. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not staying on long today. It's just simply not happening. Stall. There's another one. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. I want to let everybody know that I'm not bringing up the whole Kane thing again over the summer. Sports Mockery, which is an internet news organization, kind of along my lines out of Chicago. They did an entire timeline of from August to December of 2015 on how the whole thing with the Patrick Kane rape investigation went. They also kind of isolated the reporter and other reporters where we were getting these reports of bite marks, Patrick Kane turning himself in, which of course was never going to happen. The police officer that is his driver under investigation. All those things that turned out to be categorically false came from this. I'm going to give his name out. I don't really give a shit. I know this article's a couple weeks old, but it's really, really good. Came from this Tim Graham character out of Buffalo who had it in for Pat. He really had it. Every rumor that turned out not to be true really was probably generated by, this is the original source. And this is why the thing just didn't close right away. That's why it was so crazy. It was all speculation made up by this guy, more than likely. Mr., am I saying your name, Kevin Sosa?
It's Kevin Sousa.
Sousa. Are you Hispanic? Do I got that right?
Portuguese.
That's right.
He's Portuguese.
Portugal. What's on your mind, man?
I want to ask you what you thought of the horrendous game between the Bruins and the Blue Jackets yesterday.
I did not. I'll be honest with you. I did not watch it last night. I know it was 6-4. You guys cannot afford to lose to teams like that this late in the season. But I consider it a blip. I expect the Boston Bruins to make the playoffs. I think the best case scenario for them is it's sort of like what I said for San Jose yesterday when I was with Jack Millay. Tuukka, it's all going to come down to Tuukka. Can he get Stanley Cup playoff hot on the playoffs, and can the playoff experience carry the Bruins through what should be a very tough tournament for them? But I do expect Boston to win it, but I don't see them going much past the second round. What do you think of that?
I think they need to start playing Rask. They need to be starting him more. They keep starting Gustafsson, but he keeps letting in so many goals that Tuukka Rask. Yeah, he's playing.
I don't think they really. I think they've lost. I know he won a Vezina a couple of years ago. I don't get the expression that the Boston organization has ever really. I don't get the situation that they've really had a lot of faith in Tuukka after he's won the Vezina Trophy. So I mean, I'm not super sure what's going on in Boston and like all the details because I do cover the whole league. But they need a clear-cut number one goalie. If they're experimenting with a backup in the middle of February where games mean absolutely everything going forward, I really got to wonder how much faith the Bruins organization has in them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And see, the thing is, they see this guy every single day. Mm-hmm. They see him every single day. They know what he's bringing in practice. If they're not starting him, there's a reason for it. You have to assume.
You got to wonder.
You got to wonder. His numbers are not fantastic this year. They're okay. They're not fantastic. They're putting out there the guy who gives them the best chance to win. At least they assume that's what they're doing, right? Here's the reality. Boston is tied for like friggin' fourth right now. You know, they're not in terrible shape. So I'd rather them figure this goalie situation out now than have it linger to the end of the year. Yeah. If you got to start this other guy to see what he has and then decide, okay, we're going back to Tuukka, do it now. And maybe it's a wake-up call to Tuukka. So they should
have been doing this in December, not now.
Very true.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Anything else, Kev?
Yeah, I have two more things.
Sure.
One.
Give me one because we got 10 minutes
ambitious.
to go. I want to stream. Right. Just give me take your favorite one.
All right. Dead on Dave, where's your Pokemon hat?
It's on the wall.
It's on the wall. But
because it's been requested, God damn it,
there you
I'm
go.
gonna do. There you go.
There you go.
All right.
I'll give you 2 now because that one was short. You got your Pokemon hat.
All right. Also, another pretty funny thing.
Sure.
I don't know where my yearbook is, but I was looking in it the other day, and I came across Jack Eichel because I was looking for him, and I took a picture of him now on the Sabres and one of him in the yearbook, and his hair is 2 times bigger, and it's hilarious how it takes up the whole square.
He has spectacular hair. Spectacular hair.
Enviable.
All right, Kevin, I gotta go. I got other callers on the line. I'm probably gonna do some H1Z1 later. I hope I see you later, bud.
All right, thank you.
Take care, Kevin. I didn't ask where he was from. Oh,
That
that's funny.
matter.
Roy in Florida. What's happening?
Son of a bitch, motherfucker, horseshit, what the fuck? Fucking son of a bitch!
Well, what do you think about what that kids say? They're not starting Tuca enough. So what do you think of that?
I don't know. I don't see why we have a goalie that has a heart problem.
Is that true? I wasn't. Gustavus, he has a heart problem? I wasn't aware of that.
He's got a heart problem, and he's still. Why is he still playing?
I don't know. His heart problem's apparently contagious because you have it.
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
Yeah. I
Terrible.
don't know. Look, I cover the whole league. I can't get everybody. I wasn't terribly aware of this. Boston's been pretty steady throughout the year. They've been a lot better than both me and Dave thought they were. I thought they'd be slightly better. It's not like they're so much better.
I had them out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
so,
you had them. I thought they'd vie for it. They've been a little more stable than that. I don't know. I don't get it. And I think I'm just going to say the same thing I said to Kevin. Look, I don't think they have a lot of faith in Tuca, which I don't understand, but this is not a team I see on a daily basis. I don't think the faith has been with Tuca since after he won the I think they kind of yearn for Tim Thomas a little bit. Wonder what happened.
Yeah, and that's always fun.
Yeah,
Where's Tim?
He did that. That was the dumbest thing in the world, just up and leaving like that in 2012, wasn't it? Tim Thomas. His story.
I'm done. Fuck you.
It wasn't even done on fuck you. He's like, I got family stuff to do, and he just bounced, man. It was one.
And then there was the whole he was gonna come back and all this stuff.
Yeah, and he just bounced. Like you missed your spot, you know. You missed your whole. You can't, especially as a goalie. I don't know what to tell you, Roy. I'm gonna spend. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna keep a little sharper eye on the Bruins going forward, because this is getting interesting. They're experimenting with a guy with a heart problem. I got to find out about that.
Yeah, he does. I'm actually looking it up. He did get taken out of a game against the Habs with a heart murmur. He was treated for retrant tachycardia.
When?
This was December, I think, of last year. It was either last year or the year before.
Does Roy have a point?
This was a while ago.
Does Roy have a point? I mean, look, I'm all for guys for coming back. Does Roy have a point here? Should they be experimenting with this guy? He drops dead in the ice.
This definitely played in Toronto back in 2009. That was the first time it happened.
Oh, Jesus. He probably shouldn't be playing hockey.
Yeah,
we got Subban's brother.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he got shellacked last year when he came in, so
good.
I wonder if you'll ever even see him again. But he was the only reason he might get another chance, because he's a high draft pick. Look for Subban's brother to get traded.
The most recent thing with Gustafson is this. He was hospitalized on January 26th with elevated heart rate following a first period game against the Anaheim Ducks. He was released the next day. He was found to have no heart problems. He's fine.
That's so weird. I don't know what to tell you. I'll tell you, Roy. But I'll keep an eye on it. I promise. I was going to start paying a little more attention to Bruins and their woes.
Right. I just wanted to say, I felt for you on that Minnesota Wild game, Dave. That was horseshit.
I didn't.
Outdoor games. I mean, the ice, whatever. It's okay. I'm all right with it. I'm not jumping off the fucking cliff.
They had a game, and then they had to go see Obama, and then they had another game. It was too much for them. Poor Johnny Tays couldn't handle it all.
But now we don't play till Thursday.
No, there you go.
We haven't played for like 3 days, and we still don't play until Thursday.
You need that break before the damn Winter Classic or whatever the hell they're calling it, Stadium Series. That's what happened. All right, buddy. Series. Thanks for the call, Roy. You always make it great. Thanks, bro. And Mr. the Great Roy. The Great Roy. Great way. He always makes good calls. Well, I don't know what to tell him. I can't pay attention to every damn team in the league. You don't think I know anything about Minnesota? It's because they played the Blackhawks on national television last week.
That's right. They shellacked them.
I got a few things to talk about, fan related. Debbie in Texas was followed by Georges Lacroix, the great enforcer for many teams, the Edmonton Oilers, so and so, and also famous for the opening scene in the movie Goon. And
that's right.
He's following. That's right. She's following. He's one of my heroes. I think he's his own. I know he's like a real left wing guy, but he's like I like guys that think for themselves and speak out. And
sure.
It's really great. I know she's got a girl boner right now. Suron, you're on the air. What do you got?
Hi. Yeah, I got three things. I'm gonna be pure for today. I got a little bit of news.
Okay, back off from your microphone a little bit. You're a little loud.
Sorry. So Evgeny Kuznetsov.
No, okay. Go ahead.
Evgeny Kuznetsov thanks the fans of the NHL for voting for John Scott.
Oh, that's
pretty cool.
Why did he do that? That's cool. That's nice.
And and I don't know. Most people don't really care about the Adidas jersey, but I mean, I can't stand the prospect of it.
Why?
But it's gonna. I don't know. It's soccer players. You don't want people flopping like fish all over.
I got a great news for you, Sir Ron. It doesn't matter if they wear Adidas. The culture won't change because they're wearing Adidas. In fact, if it did happen, it would be funny. All of a sudden, everybody's trying. And you know what? If they start, what do you think is going to happen? Let's be realistic. They're going to wear Adidas, and the refs are going to start pulling cards and stuff. Are you insane? What's the matter with you?
No, but I just can't picture like John Scott wearing an Adidas jersey.
Well, he's not going to.
A goon wearing an Adidas jersey.
He's not going to because he's more than like. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I kind of shitted on that.
I wear Adidas every day.
Yeah, but you're German, so I'll let you off the hook.
Tom's got 7 different tracksuits, one for each day of the week.
No, I'm not that bad, but I got a few. I got into it when, first of all, especially some of you fat loads out there, which is a few of them.
Me, I'm one.
Get a tracksuit.
It's great. I can't find my size.
What else you got, sir?
Sweat too much in them.
Another thing is
my underwear because I'm too fat to wear clothes.
What else you got, sir?
I can't wait to see Matt Kazar cry after my capital shit on his Canadians.
Oh, you know what? It's so funny you say that because Mr. Jean Jepastin Deleu. I love saying French names, by the way. He sends. I'm gonna watch this clip right now. He sent Smith blocks his own game winner with his own stick. I want to see this. What happened last night? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's pretty wild. Yeah.
I didn't get to see that.
Well, that's actually went against. I thought it went against Montreal somehow. Maybe I don't know why I thought there was a guy named Smith on Montreal, but that's it. They said
that doesn't sound French.
No. Well, that doesn't mean anything.
One more thing is Ovechkin passed Jeremy Roenick in all-time goals. That's great.
I'm sorry. Let me say this, and then I'll let you say what you got to say. I think Matt Kazar is given up. He has not been complaining that much in the chat. He's not crying. I think he's throwing in the towel.
His call quality has gone down tremendously. That's a good
he doesn't
indicator.
Well, you got balls, kid.
Because that's going to make him cry. We're going to have to deal with him now.
I'm like someone here.
You know what? I'm glad, kid. I'm glad you called up, and I'm glad because you know what? Someone's got to light a fire out of that fucker's ass. He thinks just because he's going to cool and trying to become a doctor and shit. Yeah, good. You're right. You're absolutely correct. You have anything else, bud?
Kazar, you better start calling from the toilet again. That was gold.
Yeah, he's down. He's not doing it. He's not pulling.
Because he hasn't humiliated himself enough lately.
Yeah, I know. Like, do you think he's got to pull his weight a little more? That's really interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look into that.
You should replace David. Put his sister on here. I'm not making
she might be interesting, but I got the better boobs. Okay.
Dave has better.
I got better boobs.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to talk about his fucking sister, man.
I'm not. I'm talking about my boobs.
No. Sarah, do you have anything else obnoxious?
You know you want to. Don't lie.
I don't. I don't want to talk about it. Why would I want to talk about it? I don't want to talk about his sister anymore than I want to talk about your sister. You know? Unless they send me. If they want to send me boob shots on WhatsApp, that's fine. If you can do that. I don't know. Can you do that? All right,
I'll do it for you.
I had enough of you, Sarah. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Dave is interested.
Good luck. Good luck to your Capitals. I hope they lose in the first round. Bye.
I'm going to send you a picture of my pressed boobs against glass.
Oh, gee. Would you do that?
I think you like it.
Would you humiliate yourself like that?
It'll be artistic. Don't worry.
Yeah. We got to get a hold of these callers. Actually, that one was pretty good.
He did say something interesting though. He talked about Yager
What?
jumping up the list here, man.
As far as trades?
I'm sorry, the Ovechkin. I'm sorry, Ovechkin passing Roenick on the all-time list.
Oh well, you surprised? He's one of the best ever.
Right? Surprise, shock. He's amazing.
He's awesome. He's super awesome. I also want to say it's check this out. It is the 36th year anniversary of the 1980 Olympic victory over the Soviet Union. Oh God, I had the perfect guy up. He doesn't care. He wasn't a glint in his old man's eye back then. But of course, there's plenty of documentaries on the. I think some of them are free on YouTube. It's, in my opinion, the greatest hockey story ever told, with the possible, or an international one, and with the possible exception of the Summit Series between Canada and Russia in the mid-'70s. So, of course, in the semifinals, most people don't remember that they did not beat Russia and win the gold. But the Russian team was beating up on NHL All-Star teams for friendlies, and this group of college kids in 1980 on the U.S. Olympic team, only one of them would become a long-term NHLer, Neil Broughton, who would go on to win the Stanley Cup with the Jersey Devils in '95. It really is amazing. I mean, it's literally like the Binghamton Senators beat the Chicago Blackhawks.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, it's you know what? That may be a little close. It's probably a lot bigger than that. It's probably a lot bigger than that. As far what is
those Ruskies, man?
Oh, that's right. I just put you back on to let you know we beat you in 1980. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Glory to Russia!
I had to do that. Yeah.
Welcome to Mother Russia.
I was like, what's he calling back for? I never take callers back. I'm like, oh, perfect. That's right. That's thinking.
It's like, I'll use this to my advantage.
Fight. That's how you say his name in the chat. The German kid. Fight. Hello. Fight. He looks German. But, he's got a weird thing going on because he's like American, right? But he was born here, and I don't think he's German so hot. He's like, I don't think it's.
I've got a guy like that.
Yeah, but he's like ethnically, and he looks German. Like I walk down the street, nobody thinks I'm German. Actually, I've been told I look Eastern European. A lot of people think, and that means everybody's afraid of me because they all think they're gangsters. They'll stereotype us all are gangsters. What did Pierre have to say?
It's so funny because we all know you're Irish.
Uh-huh.
Boy, do you look like a guinea walking down the street sometimes.
I don't look like a guinea. You can't say guinea. That's.
I can't say gin?
I don't think.
Why can't I say it? I'll say it in a complimentary fashion.
Ginzos? I don't know what the. No, Grease. We can't say that. Actually, well, wait a minute. They're white. We can say whatever we want.
Right? I thought Guinea was better than WAP.
Guys, I grew up. No, Guinea's worse than WAP.
Guinea's worse than WAP?
You obviously didn't grow up around Italians.
Well, what? No. What's the hierarchy? Is it Dago, WAP, or Guinea? What's the
Dago's
worst?
not used anymore. Listen to me. I'm expert in racial slurs.
I need an education.
Dago's not used anymore outside of the Untouchables with Sean Connery.
Dago,
I got your Dago ass on. Like that's not used anymore. WAP is kind of a joke because it means without papers, which I'm sure the Italians weren't the only ones coming to the States without papers. Right. And then Guinea that's like the N-word.
Guinea? Oh, really?
No,
I didn't even know.
I had Italian kids with me growing up. This is not something that was a part of my vernacular as it was. But I would have, like, when I meet a new Italian friend or something, I remember Joe Franzoso, and I can't remember the other guy's name. They told me, like, we're friends now. If I ever see you, if you ever say Guinea in front of me, I will beat the shit out of you. Like, out of nowhere. 2 people that happened twice in my life, And I had other Italian friends that didn't give a rat's ass one way or another, But no, if you said Guinea as a passing joke, not fucking around. Would never.
I think it's the same thing in all different cultures. I had a couple of black friends that were like, we messed with like the Dave Chappelle stuff. Had no problem with it. White people could say whatever. It was a passing joke, not a big deal. The N-word was perfectly fine. And then there's other ones, if you even sniff at it, if you said ninja around the guy, you might get punched. No, I said ninja, you stupid fuck.
Yeah.
What do you mean stupid fuck? What do you mean? You're a stupid fuck.
I always thought if you say something stupid, doesn't make you a bigot. I think if you do something stupid, it's actually a better sign. You know, doing like I don't know, actions. Call me crazy, but actions speak louder than words.
Just a tiny bit.
Shout out to things. Let's do some headline. Real quick, let me throw some stuff at you. Hockey player in Quebec handcuffed on the ice after spitting on referee. How do you feel about that?
Referees deserve to be spit on sometimes, apparently.
No, but what do you feel about it?
No, you can't attack a referee in any
handcuffed on the ice. What do you think about that?
I think that's a little extreme.
I don't.
I mean,
I liked it.
We have a penalty box. That's hockey jail.
No, the cops came on. I guess, the thing is, like, they didn't say in the article, but I think that's against the law in Quebec. Like, that's a crime. Yeah, he spit in the ref's face.
Oh, well, then fuck, you break the law, get him.
Yeah.
Tackle him, put him in an ice fortress. Fuck him.
It's funny. Go check that out on Puck Daddy. It's funny to watch this guy get locked up in his skates.
Taser.
Call those guys Canucks. Oops. Said that one, too. I always thought that was something you couldn't say to Canadians, but I thought Canadians. Yeah, oh, that's a big one I heard, but then every Canuck I ever met didn't care. Good. Some headlines. Brian Elliott out for 4 weeks as the Blues injuries just keep piling up and piling up and piling up. Last week, Steen. Now it's Elliott. That's huge. It is amazing what the Blues have done with all these odds. They're still one of the better teams in the NHL. I just hope they can get rid of their stupid playoff problems, you know?
It's going to be arresting because, let me tell you, we thought that the playoffs the last couple of years were insane. It's going to be a fucking massacre this year.
Yeah, more than likely.
It's going to be a war of attrition.
I hope it's war because the Stanley Cup final kind of sucked. You know why? Because it goes till June. Those things should be wrapped up by the end of May. God, they'd be doing themselves such a player in quality if they would just wrap the whole thing up by May. Instead, it's like, right now I'm like, wow, the season's almost over. Well, I won't feel that come June, like the middle of June.
Right.
It's really not over. I feel like we got 6 months to go. But I mean,
I thought about it earlier today. I thought the opposite. I was like, fuck, man, it's the end of February. We still got like 4 months.
Yeah. The regular season's just about done, but I mean, whatever. A prospect trade. Canucks send Hunter Shinkarik to the Flames for Marcus Garland. Garland was taken 45th overall in 2011, and Shinkarik was taken 24th. Whatever. I don't know. When you become a name, then I'll comment on you. It's kind of bizarre. It's kind of bizarre that two teams in the same division would make a prospect swap like that, like one for one. It's a little strange, I guess. I'm sure there's like guys that know way more than me. No whys. Oh, Huffman's calling out to put him on. What do you want, Huffman?
Can somebody on the Blues like not die?
I don't know.
That'd be great.
And Reaves is getting suspended, by the way. So.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, you're doing good. Well, you're hanging in there. What do you got? The second spot? The third spot?
Yeah, we're third.
I believe you're the fourth spot.
At this stage, like like the President's Trophy did the Rangers a lot of good last year. I don't really care about it.
It doesn't. Well, the President's Trophy doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, get in and get hot. I don't know who's your goalie now.
Jake Allen. He just came back last night because Elliott died.
He was hurt too.
Next man up, Jeff.
Elliott did good things for you while he was gone too. So I think that's
amazing.
your bigger. That is your bigger problem probably going into the playoffs is the potential goalie controversy.
Now we don't have that. That solves that.
Good point. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Last night in the National Hockey League, Columbus trounces Boston 6-4. There's your final. The Arizona Coyotes didn't get whipped as bad as I thought they would, but Washington was able to deal with them 3-2 in regulation.
Good. They're really good.
They're frighteningly good. Well, I have to fucking hear it Sir on all fucking playoff. Ugh, I'm really looking forward to that.
They played less games than everybody else, and they have like, I don't know what, 15-point lead on the next closest team.
They're way ahead. It doesn't matter.
Ovechkin just scored his 39th?
No.
Yeah.
Did he really? Got that hot? He blew, but that means because Kane's only got 34.
No, Kane's got 35. Ovechkin's got 39.
Are you kidding me? Look,
Kane still leads the league in
Are you
points
looking at that right now? I didn't know he jumped that far ahead of Kane.
Yeah. He had a Hattie the other day.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. That adds up.
Kane still leads the league in points though by almost 20.
Yeah. Well, Kane's gonna get the MVP if all things are fair, but he wasn't treated fair over the summer, so I don't expect him to get treated fair.
If Ovechkin hits 65 goals,
you can start making an argument about Ovechkin. Then.
You make the argument.
Yeah, you can make it stronger. Yeah, you have to make the argument. Nashville, they're taking. They go to the shootout, but still manage to beat Montreal. All right, I'm calling it. No playoffs. No playoffs. How about that?
No. Not even sniffing it.
No playoffs. No playoffs whatsoever.
Hello, first-round draft pick.
Is it wrong that I'm enjoying it?
No.
Is it wrong
You
that I
know,
like
I tell
the
you
fact
where it
that
bothers
only
me.
Buffalo, Toronto, and Columbus are worse than them in the East right now?
I know.
Oh my god.
I tell you what bothers me, right? I love Frenchie Ben, right? I don't necessarily enjoy watching him, but he doesn't really like Matt and Jermaine. Good, But Frenchie Bennett kind of bothers me, so that's like the only guilt I have. Otherwise, I can't stand the Habs. So that's the way I feel about that.
I want to say that again, though.
Right.
Buffalo, Toronto, Columbus. Only 3 teams in the East worst.
Yeah.
Worst.
That's funny.
It is really amazing what's happened to them. Oh, I got to get your take on this. What do you think? Let me finish this up, and I'm going to. San Jose crushes St. Louis 6-3. Ryan Reaves, of course, and Joe Thornton Joe Thornton has a very strange beard. He looks like he lost 20 pounds, and he had a 4-point night. Did you notice that last night, Jeff? How strange Joe Thornton looked? There's a picture of him. There's a picture
a
of
little
him.
weird.
He looks like a damn like he's going to methadone clinic.
Yeah,
They
popped him off on the screen, and I was doing some homework while I was doing the game, and that caught a second look.
He looks strange. He looks like he lost a lot of weight. Good 4 points. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the Blues shot themselves in the face with like 14 penalties early in the game.
Joe Thornton's
That's a
younger
lot.
than me. He
That'd
now
be a
looks
lot.
older than me and strung out. What the hell happened to Joe Thornton? Why didn't he leave San Jose? Get the fuck out of there. All right. Tonight, National Hockey League. Let's finish it. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Philadelphia's in Carolina. Take on the Canes. New York Rangers in New Jersey. Take on the Devils. Probably a bigger game than being promoted. This is an important game. Not as much for the Rangers as it is for the Devils, but it's important for the Rangers as well because you got to win these games against rivals because that very well could be a matchup in the first or second round. Devils Rangers. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Columbus. They're in Detroit. Take on the Wings that have a wild card spot. I want to point out. The Wings. 7:30 Eastern 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. The Yotes, they're in Tampa Bay, take on the Bolts. Nashville's in Toronto. The D are in the Winnipeg. That is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. New York Islanders take on the Minnesota North Stars. That's right, I said North Stars. Sam Binsky, Zarabinski. You know, his phone call I think was more my fault today. You know that?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, because I didn't control it. Because there's a way you can kind of control the calls, and I don't think I did.
He's still awkward as fuck.
Did you have to yell at him?
No, I'm not in the mood.
He didn't yell at him, but he did scream in vain.
You know, you should learn how to make a phone call. Somebody sent me
Was that your Seinfeld?
No. I'm Dr. Filsey. I don't know. What happened to my Dr. Filsey? I don't know. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Ottawa and Edmonton. 10:30 Eastern Standard, late night game, Calgary in Los Angeles. Nothing but rivalry games going forward. No, I did my Dr. Phil last week.
I don't know. That sounded like Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to ask me what's the deal with airline food.
No, Dr. Phil, you had to do the hillbilly accent.
Yeah. You are a filthy piece of white trash. I don't know. I am. He's right. I can only.
Seinfeld-ish.
I'm thinking Seinfeld. I did a better job over the weekend. I'm going to go listen to it, then I'll get it out. I want to exploit you and tell you I'm helping you.
I'm waiting for Kramer to bust
Well, let me tell you what a stupid piece of garbage you are.
And I'm going to make money making you look like a stupid piece of garbage. Yeah, I'm finishing off with it. You're right. I don't know what happened. I don't even like fucking Seinfeld. Every time I see it, I'm like, get out of my screen.